And at Shiloh, an archaeologist named Israel Finkelstein had a deposit of bones and other materials. Now, we'd like you to share with the audience the significance of that and what we're doing with that, because it's really super important, if I could say it that way.
Israel Finkelstein in his Area D, which is on the eastern edge of the site, uncovered what I would call a favisa, or a bone dump, and it had a large amount of late Bronze Age pottery in it as well. And in the bone dump, Finkelstein noted several interesting things. Number one, these were only bones of animals from the biblical sacrificial system. We did some further analysis of the bone deposit and determined from Finkelstein's own notes that the majority of those bones, not only in the bone deposit, but in other sites, other places on the site as well, that these bones were predominantly from the right side of the animal. Now, Finkelstein just notes that as a fact, which is very helpful that he did, but he doesn't offer any interpretation. Without the Bible, Henry, how would we interpret something like that? Because we don't have anything from Egypt or Mesopotamia that comes to bear, at least to my knowledge, on right side versus left side of animals. But in Leviticus chapter 7, we do. And in Leviticus 7, it tells us that the right side of the animal belonged to the priest. It was the priest's portion. Now, do you see what we're getting out of the bone deposit, along with our other evidence? We're getting animals only from the biblical sacrificial system, with pottery that dates to the earliest period of the tabernacle at Shiloh, and the predominance of the bones is from the right side.
Yeah, see, that's fascinating. It's interesting too, because what we pointed out in our last segment and brought up here is, one is you got all this raw data and you have some interpretation from Finkelstein. Now we're coming along and re-looking at the data and saying, A, there may be a better interpretation, and B, he didn't provide any interpretation of this right side phenomenon. Mm-hmm. Let's take a look at the biblical text, and lo and behold, what do we have? We have something that looks like it matches.
It's a synchronization, what I would call it.